Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you to Creating Cards with Debbie. My name is Debbie Foster, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm located in Bismarck, Arkansas. I'm glad that you're able to be with me this morning. I'm going to give just a moment for everybody to get here. My husband's outside weed eating, so I don't know. You might be able to hear the weed eater running. Hopefully not. But let me go ahead and turn you around here and we'll get that situated. Let me bring you up on my laptop first. And Facebook's got a new format going on, so I've got to find out where I am. And where am I? Let me do a refresh and see what happens. Never a dull moment. It's always something I've got to figure out, it seems like. There I am. And let me enlarge it so I can see comments. Be sure you say hello when you come on. And if you're not in Arkansas, let us know where you're coming in from. It's kind of fun to keep up with everybody. So let me go ahead and turn my camera around and down. So if you get motion sickness, close your eyes. And I'll try to do this as painless as possible. And let me turn the camera around. There. Seems like it loosened up a lot on me. Let me turn you around here. Around and around we go. And get our cord out of the way. Our charger cord. I wish there was an easier way to do this, but without all the fancy equipment, it's kind of limited. Yeah, maybe I'll just zoom it in a little bit and then adjust it. This way. I'm still waiting for everybody to get here this morning. I think I can still go over if I will move our light over. Move some things out of the way so I can adjust this better. I might have gone too far. I think that looks pretty good. Like I said, be sure you say hello when you come on. And be sure that you share and like the video also. That helps my viewers to increase. So I'd really appreciate that. And we're only going to be doing 2 cards today because I've kind of got an appointment I've got to get ready for. So we're going to make it a shorter one today. Let me get my lighting all set up here. Okay. Okay, did I get my cord out of the way there? Yeah. So I want to welcome you here this morning. Today is July 6th, 2022, and it is Wednesday. It's hard to believe that it's July already. Okay, so like I said, my Facebook page is Creating Cards with Debbie. And you can shop in my store at www.debbiefoster.stampinup.net. And here's the July host code. It is ADFGPKRE. And that's also in the description of the video if you miss it. And here's all my websites. You can, those are in the description also. So let me just set this aside. Okay, so Paper Pumpkin for July is Sending Good Thoughts. And it says, set sail across the ocean with the Sending Good Thoughts Paper Pumpkin Kit. With beautifully designed nautical imagery, a fun message in a bottle, motive, and sentiments that are sure to please. This month's kit's full of warmth and fun. This month's kit includes supplies to create 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs, and 9 coordinating envelopes. The nautical themed cards for those who need a loving message in a bottle. Specialty dry embossed cards, an exclusive stamp set, and a Bermuda Bay classic stamp and spot. So that looks pretty interesting. I think it might coordinate with our bottle stamp set and dies that are in the annual catalog. That's what I'm kind of thinking. But I could be wrong. Okay, and then during the month of July and August, during celebration, Stampin' Up! Has a new added product to their starter kit. So when you pay for your starter kit, it's $99. And you get to pick out $125 worth of merchandise. And it also includes free shipping. So if you want to just support your hobby of stamping and scrapbooking, you can get products at a discount of 20% after you've gotten your starter kit and put in your first order. And to add on to that starter kit, they've also added a very nice planner. It's got a magnet closure. It's got place for credit cards. It's got some stickers in here that go along with your your calendars. It's got a 2022 calendar and also a 2023 calendar. Because it contains 18 months worth of calendars in here, it goes, well, from July until, what is the last month? December, I believe, of 2023. And it comes with extra pages here that you can add to, take out. So it's really substantial. It's not real flimsy. And then also 3 notebooks. One has just a plain paper for making diagrams, pictures, sketches, and then this one's got the, what do you call it, the graphing, and just the straight lines for writing. So all that comes free. Plus, they've also thrown in a stamp set that says Making Plans. And this has got all sorts of things, all the things, wish list, on this day, goals, to do, notes, thank you, plans. So this is an added feature, so very nice. And I've already started using mine, so I filled in my calendar a little bit for July. So it's a very nice planner, and it's like a leather, a soft leather. Very nice. So I just wanted to share that with you. If you have any questions on joining my team and becoming a hobby demonstrator, don't let that demonstrator word scare you, because you can make a business out of it, or you can just support your hobby of stamping. So, and we're in our mini catalog, which runs from July to December 2022. And I'm going to be using products out of this catalog today. And also Celebration, which runs from July 1st until August 31st, which you can earn free products out of this. So Stampin' Up runs 2 celebrations twice a year, so who doesn't like free products? I love Celebration. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here this morning because, like I said, I've got an appointment later, so I didn't want to get tied up. So the first card is this one right here, and I'm going to have to make more room here, so let me scooch some stuff out of the way. There we go. Had myself kind of crowded here. And this one comes from, it's called Cheerful Basket, and it also has dies that go right along with it, and this is a large set of dies. That's 20 dies in here, so let me show you before we get started. And it's 2 sheets of dies. Really cute. And this is going to be a fun set to be using. And I'm also using this one here that we did last week again. So it's a split card texture dies. We're using this one. And our designer series paper, which is the 2022 to 2024 in color, 6x6 double-sided paper. I'm going to be needing a new pack here. I've used a lot of mine. I have to put in another order for some more. And also the dies from the beautiful Shapes dies. And we're going to be using this one for the sentiment label. So I want to go ahead and get started. And I think I've got everything ready to go. Get my instructions. And all my bits and pieces out here. And put that noisy, crinkly plastic away. Okay, so we're going to start out with our card base, which is real red cardstock, and that measures 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and then it's scored in the center at 4 1/4 inches. So we want to burnish the edge of our card base, and we'll set that aside for a moment. And let me get the measurements of everything. Our designer series paper measures 4 inches by 5 3/8 inches. And I'm sorry, I got the wrong paper pack. This is the pack that we're using. It's called the Tea Boutique 6x6 Designer Series paper. I jumped ahead of myself. That one's for the next card. And we're using this pattern here. There's so many cute patterns in here. I love it. Alright, like I said, that was 4 inches by 5 3/8 inches. And then we've got another real red cardstock that is 5 3/8 inches by 4 1/8 inches. And that's the one that we're going to die cut. And I'm going to have to bring in my big boss over here. So let me get the big boss. I thought I could get by with just the baby, but I forgot that I've got this die that I'm using. So we're going to have to scooch that in here a bit. And then I've got a scrap of the designer series paper for our cat, and then some other scraps for all our die cutting and stamping. So let me go ahead and die cut this, and then I can get my big boss out of the way. Let me find that again. Here it is. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July weekend. Ours was good. We didn't do anything special. Just kind of stayed at home and took it easy. So I'm going to put with the wider side at the top. And I'm not sure if this is showing the camera very well. Let me turn it it to the side a little bit. And where did I put my top plate? I left it over there. Let me reach across here. Well, it's still not showing very well. But we'll have to go with this. I'm going to use my tape here to tape this down so it doesn't move on me. I don't want it moving. I want it to stay put. Okay, and now we're going to, oops, bump the camera and run this through. Like I said, be sure you say hello when you come on. And be sure to share the video and like it. I've been having some issues downloading my videos to transfer them over to YouTube. So I guess I gotta do a Google search and figure out how to fix it, because I haven't been able to figure it out yet. It's saying that I'm going against their copyright rules or something. I don't know what they're talking about, and there's been other people have had the same issues, so I'm just going to knock these out of there. Let me put this back out of the way. I don't think we have to use it again for anything. If I do, I'll just get up and use it. So we're going to pop all these out, and hopefully I went through it enough times to get it to loosen up. I should have done this ahead of time. But I didn't. So we'll deal with it. Hope everybody's having a good day. We're supposed to be hot here today. We're going to be 100 for the next 3 days. So, thank goodness for air conditioning. Remember years ago when I was little, we didn't have air conditioning, but I don't know if the summers weren't as hot as they are now or what. It didn't seem to bother us that much. We survived it. Well, just a few more here to push out of here. If I would have ran it through twice, I might have loosened these up a little bit better, but I didn't. I just ran it through once. But it's not too bad. And just get these to let go on the back side. Okay, we've got all of them. Yep. So let me clean up my mess. Let's put that in my metal bowl here to catch that. If you wanted to, you could save all these little pieces for shaker cards, but we're not going to do that today. Oops, I'm stuck on a cord there. So throw these in my trash can. Alright, now we're going to bring in our designer series paper, and we're going to attach those together. So we're going to use our liquid glue. And I think I'm going to bring in my silicone mat to kind of keep my work surface clean. Because I'm bound to determine to get glue all over everything. and another strip down across there, and there. Now to pick it up and keep my fingers out of it, I'm going to just slide it on top because it's pretty much the same measurement. Yeah. Maybe not quite. And let me lift this up just a little bit. Guess I should have slid that over just a tiny bit more. It's not grabbing that. But I don't think I can. Nope. It'll be okay because I got to glue it to the card front. And I'm not putting this on dimensionals, I'm just gluing it flat against the card front. And we've got red on red, so it's just a tiny bit smaller than what our card base is. Okay, like so. So we'll set that aside, and we're going to start working on our stamping. And we're going to start out with our Memento Black. And we're going to do the cat with a different color. We're going to do the apples, the basket, and this. Well, we're going to do the basket a different color, so we'll set those to the side. And I've got some scrap white here, and I've got our soft suede cardstock, which we're going to stamp the basket on. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to do the apples. And I wonder if I could fit these on here. I maybe could, yeah. I think I got to re-ink my black Memento. And I should have used my piercing mat because we're using photopolymer. Let me see if that does good. Okay, that's good. Let's do this one right. And I'm using the sentiment out of the Forever Fern. We're using To a Friend That Makes Me Smile. And we'll stamp that, and then we'll die cut those out. I think that's all I'm doing with the black, but let me go ahead and stamp our basket and our kitty cat. And we're going to use soft suede ink. And just stamp that color on color, or tone on tone, they say. And we're going to do the kitty cat on the Designer Series paper. And we're also using the soft suede ink. And stamp it right there. I'm kind of out of the camera view, sorry. Let me push that up a little bit. Okay. I'm just looking to see if that helped it, yeah. Okay, so let's put our ink pad away for a moment. And we'll bring out our baby boss and we'll do some die cutting. And I'm going to get the dies that I need. adjusting my light here. Okay, so that's for the sentiment. And we need the basket. And the cat. And also the apples, which are right here. Okay. So we'll do these two first. It's wanting to get in the way, we'll tear it off of there. I should be able to do both at the same time here. And we'll cut it that way. So I can get everything in here. And I'm going to use my washi tape to hold it in place. And then the apples. Oops, that's the cat. The apples. And I probably should have colored them first, but we'll cut them out. And all right, and my top plate is where? Where did I put it? Oh, it's already there. Let me switch these around. Okay. And I'm probably going to have to cut this down because I don't think it's going to fit in my baby boss. So we're going to chop this off, make it smaller. Oops, and I grabbed the wrong one here. Let me get the outline of the basket. The basket has different things too. It's got so you can make the wood grain and plus the handle. Oops. And then the outline of the basket. And let's cinch the tape off of this one. There's our sentiment die. Should have moved my metal bowl over here, magnetic bowl over here closer. Just kind of throwing my dies into it. Just toss them in there. Alright, so we'll do the basket. And here's the basket. And let's do the cat. And I'll have to cut that paper down also. And I guess I'm kind of out of camera view. You can't really see me lining these up. Alright. Okay, so I think that's all the die cutting we have to do for now. Cat, the basket, and then we need to color a little bit. Set the baby boss aside. Okay, we got the cat, the basket, and our sentiment. And I'm going to color the apples here. We're going to use Parakeet Party for the leaves and Real Red, Dark and Light for the apples. So we're going to start out with the dark red, dark Real Red. And I'm just going to give a little bit of shadowing here with the lines that are already in the stamp set, the image. Okay, that's all of the dark red. I'll go with the light red. So if you're watching this live, be sure you comment and like and share the video. And if you're watching the replay, be sure to like and share the video also. That helps me get more viewers. Facebook likes that when you do that. And if I can transfer this onto YouTube today, also like and share it on there. And also hit that subscribe button that's right down below us. And then you'll be notified when I put new videos on. I'd really appreciate that. And we're just getting these apples colored with the light Real Red. And then we're going to do the leaves with the Parakeet Party green. That's a new in color this year. One of them. So we're going to start out with the dark Parakeet Party. And we're just going to highlight the leaves a little bit. I'm not going to color all of it. I'm just going to give it some shading. And then I'll come back with the light Parakeet Party to finish it off. So we'll go with the light Parakeet Party. We have to take our dog to the vet this afternoon, Cookie. She's been sick with an issue with her liver, so we're trying to find out what's going on with it. And hopefully they can get her the right kind of medicine that she needs. She's been dealing with it for quite some time. Okay, so there we have our apples done. So we're going to attach this to the top of our basket. So I'm just going to put some glue right along here, our liquid glue. And my husband's still out there weed eating. I told him not to get too hot, but I don't know if he's listening to me or not. Hard telling. A lot of times these guys don't want to listen to you. Okay, so we got that done. And we're going to put dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. So I'm going to use the edges of my dimensionals. A friend of mine, another demonstrator, to save on her dimensional, she cuts them in half, like right down the center, and that way she only uses a half of one at a time, which it does make sense. You'd save money that way, so that's a little tip that you might want to use. Yeah, I started doing it too, so it can't hurt. Okay, and on the back of the cat, we're just going to put it on the one side. And what did I just do with that small row? Now I've lost my dimensionals. Crazy, I just had them. Okay. So I'm going to take a couple dimensionals and I'm going to put on the cat on this side. So I probably do need these cut down a little bit. So let me cut this one in half so I can make it fit on her tail. Oops. Use the scissors. I need to clean my scissors and my acrylic blocks. They've got glue on them. I just use rubbing alcohol to clean them with, and then a cotton ball or something to get in there and clean them. Okay, I did put the basket on dimensionals also, so let me do that. And that one stuck to my finger a little bit. Didn't want to let go. So, one in the middle. Okay, so we're ready to start assembling our card. Make sure I've got it going the right direction. And I'm going to put down the basket first. And I'm going to take your pick tool to take those dimensional backings off. When you don't have any fingernails, this works the best. I think the take your pick tool is probably one of my favorite tools that I use all the time. So we're going to place this in the bottom right hand corner. And then we're going to take off the backings off of our cat. And I'm going to do the dimensionals on the one side and then just glue the other side a little bit. So just a thin line of glue on her. If you're looking at her, it'd be her left side. Oops, and dimensional sticking to my fingers. And we're just going to place her kind of over the edge of the basket and then let her hang off the other side, like so. And then we're going to take our sentiment label and we're going to place that after we get the backings off the dimensionals. And we're going to place that up here. I'm sticking to the dimensionals. They got a hold of me. And I want to make sure that's straight, or somewhat straight. That's my signature on cards. Everything's always crooked. Okay, so I've done a triple bow using our Baker's Twine Essential Pack. And this has 5 different colors in it. It's got the white, the black, smoky, or what is this color? Soft suede, vanilla, and then smoky slate. Okay, we're using the white, and I'm going to use mini glue dots. And these are the mini glue dots that I get in my paper pumpkin kit. And I kind of like them because they're a little bit smaller than our regular mini glue dots. So we're going to place that there at the bottom of our label and press our bow onto that. And then for a little bit of added bling, we're using the classic matte dots. And I'm going to use the smaller white ones here. We're going to use our take your pick tool again, but we're going to use the putty end. And I'm going to just slide some of the small white dots off of there. And I always do things in odd numbers. I like to do 3s. Whoops, that didn't go on there. Oh, now it's wanting to stick to my paper. And let me get that more centered. Whoops. Well, this one is just giving me fits. Come on. Stay there. Okay. It just didn't want to go on the card, I guess. Alright, so that's the outside of our card. And on the inside, I'm going to use my Stamparatus, and I've already laid it out. We got You're on My Mind and Heart, and that comes from the Good Feelings stamp set. And these are nice, large sentiments. It's kind of cool. It's got thank you, sending sunshine and good feelings your way. Oh, we've got a lot of glare. I'm just so happy for you. And then You're on My Mind and in my heart is the one that we're using today. Then hip hop or hip hip, and then it's got hooray. So it's got a lot of choices there. So, but I've already set it all up, and we're just going to ink up our stamp. And I like to place a stamp case underneath so I can ink up my stamp set, my stamp. So we're just using black Memento ink, and make sure I'm in the camera view here. And I apologize for the glare with my light. It's picking up a lot of glare. And I'm using my Stamparatus because I want to get a good impression. So that way you can come back in and redo it if it's not dark enough, which we're going to do. And sometimes when the stamps are new, they've got like a film on them from when they're making them. So sometimes it takes a few times to get all that wore off. So this is a good way of doing that so that you don't have to worry. And I think I'll do one more time because it could be just a little bit darker on the heart and mind on the bigger letters. So the third time's a charm, maybe. Okay, I'm just going to press that down. And we'll put our ink pad aside. Okay, I think that's good. So we're just going to move that out of our way. And I should have a scrap of Designer Series paper, which is, I believe it's a 1/2 inch. No, it's 5/8 inches by 4 inches. So 5/8 by 4 inches. And we're going to put that little strip at the bottom of our inside of our card. So get out our glue. And we'll attach that. And let me turn this around. I think I like it this way. Now we're just going to leave a small border at the very bottom. And put that aside. Bring our card back in here. And we'll attach that to the inside of our card. And let me scooch this down just a little bit. Well, it's not going to move, so we're going to leave it right where it is. Okay. So it says, to a friend that makes me smile, you're on my mind and in my heart. And if you wanted to, you could put a little Wink of Stella on your apples to bling it up a little bit, but we're not going to today. Let me clean up here a little bit, and we'll get on to our next card. Okay, that's moved aside. I don't know what I did with those dimensionals that I had, just a small strip of. I must have thrown them somewhere. Okay, we're good on time. The next one comes from the Celebration catalog. And this is the card that we're going to be doing. And let me make some room here to get rid of my bits and pieces out of there so we don't make all kinds of noise. And this is the stamp set. It's called Hippest Hippos. And here are the dies. And with each $50 that you order, you can get this free or the dies free. So with a $100 order, you could have both. So the Hippest Hippos is really cute, and all the dies are really adorable. And it's got all sorts of things. It's got a boat. Of course, the three hippos, an umbrella, flowers, or water waves, wash bucket, and glasses, and scuba gear. It's really cute. Even a propeller for the boat, which is right here. And so we're going to be using those today. And my nose itches. So here's the card. It says, "You're so hip." And then on the inside I put, "Oh, you really are the best." And so I thought they're really cute. Alright, so our card base is Tahitian Tide. And that's 4 1/4 inches by 11 inches, and then it's scored in the middle at 5 1/2 inches. So we'll set that aside. And then I've got designer series paper, which comes from the 2022 to 2024 in color 6x6 paper. We're using this one here. It's got 4 different patterns, and it's got all the in colors. And you can also get these 6x6 packs in all the color families too. So it'd be the brights, the regals, the neutrals, subtles. You can get a pack in each color family. So let me get my instructions here. Our designer series paper is 2 1/8 inches by 5 3/8 inches. And we're going to go ahead and glue that down to our card front. And this is the other side of the pattern. That's cute too, with the plaid. So we're using the polka dots today. And we're just going to put that to our left side of our card front. And I'm just going to leave a small border on the 3 sides. And we're going to do some stamping on there. This is one of our basic white, which we used the Stylish Shapes dies, and I used this larger square. And it gives like a dotted edge around it. But we're going to use our Tahitian Tide ink pad, and we're going to bring in one of our blending brushes, which I have put, where did I put? Right here. And we're going to bring in our ink, which is the Tahitian Tide. We're going to add a little bit of color to that to make it look like it's our sky. So I'm just going to get some ink, and we'll brush it off on the side, and then work our way over onto our cardstock, our square. And I always like to tap off on my scratch paper there because I don't want to leave a heavy smudge. Okay. And I think I'll do one more time just to darken it just a little bit. Give us a little bit more sky color. Okay. So we're done with our ink pad. We'll close that up. And take our paper out of there. And we're going to stamp our hippo, which is this little guy that we're using. And I'm just going to use the black Memento ink. And we're going to come back in and well, what did I do with that other white paper I had? Do I have room on there? Maybe. Yeah. So I'm going to stamp hip, you're so hip, and then we're going to die cut that out. And we're wanting to stamp anything else. That's going to go on the inside. We'll wait up on that. Let's bring our baby boss over. Well, let's do our coloring first. We'll die cut all at the same time. So we're going to color our hippo using dark gray granite and light gray granite. And we're just going to do some shading with the dark. So I just kind of, where there might be a shadow, I'm doing that edge of the hippo. So mostly on the left side. And his tail. I think I went out of the line right there, but it's okay. Alright, I think that's about all I want to do. Maybe a little bit right there. And now we'll do the light gray granite. And I like to use the bullet in because on smaller images it's easier to keep control of your brush so you don't go out of the line so easy. So I'm only using the two colors. You could maybe add some pink in there for his ears, but I'm just keeping it with the two. Keeping it simple. And around his mouth. And I'm just going to leave his mouth white. It'll look like he's got a nice bright white smile. And we'll finish his body here. I guess it could be a girl and I could color her toenails pink or something. That'd be cute. Maybe on another card I'll do that later, another day. So there is one that looks like it's a little dancing ballerina. She'd be cute. Well, she's got little shoes on, so you couldn't. Well, she's got her fingernails there. You could do those pink. That would be cute. Very cute. Okay, so there we have our little hippo. And what I do with my cover to this. There we go. And now we can do some die cutting. And I'm going to bring in my stylish shades. And we're going to use this little circle one. Trying to get it out of there without taking the whole thing out. Yeah. And maybe outside. Okay. Guess I might need to leave that one out. I'm not sure. Okay, let's bring our baby boss back over here and do some die cutting. So we're going to cut out our sentiment first thing. And I'm not really getting you on camera view here, so let's see if I can move over a little bit here. Okay. And then we want to cut out our cute little hippo. I'll set that aside. Bring our hippo over here and get the coordinating die. And I think I'll use some washi tape on him too to hold him still. And okay, run him through there. Oops, I think it moved on me. Yeah. It still looks like it did. Oh, well, we're gonna chance it. Set that aside. Alright, let's grab the paper. Our little hippo. And we're going to bring this all over here. Well, I'm not done with the baby boss. I need to bring her back. Looks like I got to cut out the boat and all that stuff yet. Okay. So here's the boat. Let me make some extra room here. You wouldn't believe my mess on my desk right now. Alright. And my nose wants to run. Let me get a tissue here. Okay, so here's the boat, and I'm using Mary Merlot cardstock for our boat. And I'm using Tahitian Tide for our water splashes. I should be able to die cut quite a few things here at one time. I'm going to use, I'll move this aside a little bit, our gray granite for our propeller. Our real red for the lifesaver ring. Oops, come back here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these. I don't want to get too many things on there that I can't control them all. Run them through our baby boss. Oops. It might not have cut. I have it all out of whack here. So let me see what I missed. Okay, I got that. Got the little water splashes. I got the propeller. I got the boat. And I need to do that over again because it slipped on me. Got it all out of whack here. Where did it go? Okay, it stuck to the plate. Well, let's do the glasses at the same time. I'm going to do them in black. That way I'll have the sunglass. The black, dark glasses. And thinking that might move. Yeah, it moved on me. All right. I may have to tape this down. A second, hold it still. Hopefully, hold my breath. No, and it just moved. Sunglasses are being a pill. There's the little ring. Give me some washi tape. Where did I put it all? Stuck to my dies here. And let's try this again. I guess the husband's still outside. I thought he came in, but I guess not. Alright, that should do good. We don't want to splash there. Alright. And the glasses. I'm going to just lay those there so I don't lose the center of it. And now we're going to cut some waves. I should have had these cut out ahead of time, but it doesn't take that long to put it together, so we should be fine. And I'm going to do a couple waves. Squeak, squeak, squeak. And another one. I'm hoping I only need 2, but if we need 3, we can come back in and do another one. Let me set these aside. And we'll start assembling our card. And I'm going to trim these down. Looks like everybody's busy today. That's okay, they can watch the replay. Alright, so we've got our waves. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And kind of hiding my card here. I need to have that so I can see it. We're going to start assembling. We're going to add our hippo to our boat, so I'm just going to put some glue along her bottom here. And we don't need the tail showing, so we'll cover that all up. And then we're going to put some glue on the back. And place her down onto our little square. All right. And we need the boat motor propeller. So just put a little dot of glue on the back of that and kind of put it up against the boat. And I might be okay with just one wave. Yeah, we'll go ahead and glue that on there and then we'll trim it off. On mine, I had it up higher, so I had to fill it in more. Okay, so we'll place that where we want it, and then we'll trim off the excess. We'll let that dry for a little bit. And we got the little lifesaver ring, and we're just going to put a little glue on that and put that onto the boat. And he's going to be cool, and he's going to have his sunglasses. So I'm going to just put some glue on the back of our glasses. And I'm glad that that one lens is staying in there. It makes it a little easier. And we'll take the other one and put a little glue in the center of the lens. And we'll get our Take Your Pick tool, which is over here. We'll turn this over. And then we'll put that into where the lens is. So he's got his shades on. And then we're going to take our splashes and place those. Get that one out of there. Put our boat over here. Get all of our dies out of the way. And I'm just going to put some dots of glue where we want to put our splashes at. And then pick them up with our tool. And the little one here, we need to turn that over to get a hold of it. Okay. And we're going to put our sentiment circle up on the dimensionals. I think just one. And did I put that on dimensionals? I did. We're going to trim this off, and then we're going to put it up on dimensionals and place it onto the card front. Okay, isn't that cute? We'll save that for the next card. And I don't think I forgot anything on her. So we're going to put this onto our card front. But first, I'm going to bring in our ribbon, which is the white frayed ribbon. And we're going to have 5 1/4 inches of ribbon. So I'm going to cut it off right about there. I'm hoping I measured that right. And this, if it is a little crooked, I want to straighten this end up. Trim it down just a little bit. And I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Seal to attach that to our card front. That's not a very straight line there. And place that down. And see what this ribbon is. It's what the name says, it frays. So that's kind of cool. And then trim off the excess. And the same up here. And we're going to put dimensionals on the back of this. And put one in each corner and then one in the center. Alright. And we're going to place our hippo on the right side of our card front. And on the bottom, we've already die cut using the same dies, but it's the banner. And I just did a piece that's probably about 2 inches or 1 7/8 inches long. And we're just going to butt that up against on the bottom, and then our label's going to go over the top of that. So just a little added thing. And center that. And then we've got some gems here, which are the fine sparkle adhesive back gems. And we're going to use some of the blue ones. Take your pick tool. And I'm going to use the small ones again. And I'm just going to place them up on the card front in the corner. And one down here on the sentiment label. And I used a little bit of Wink of Stella on the water splatters. And kind of gave it a little more bling. Sparkling water. Okay. So that's the outside of our card. Now let's do the inside. I have a basic white, which is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And we're going to stamp that same hippo down in the corner. Do y'all find the dimensional backings all over the place? I've carried them all the way through the house. And they cling to everything. Okay. Alright, so we got her there. Oops, I think I still need that to stamp the sentiment. I'm going to say, oh, you really are the best. And that's going to go in our upper portion here in the center. And we're going to color our hippo just very quickly, because we are kind of going over time here, but that's okay. And I think I'll go the opposite way on this one. I'm standing in the shadows. Okay, let me see. And we're coming with the light gray granite and finish him. gotta giggle every time I look at this little guy. He's so cute. I'm gonna use the other brush side, see if I can get a softer belly. Yeah. Okay. And the more you color, the more you can blend the colors a little bit better. So, and I'm going to leave them just like that so I don't mess them up. Alright, now we're going to glue that to the inside of our card and call it done. Oops, get in my basket. Alright, so we'll put him on the inside of our card. We could use this for a birthday card also. Alright, so there we have our second card. You're so hip. Oh, you really are the best. So let me bring our cards back in here. And we'll close for the day. Let me clean up a little bit. Okay, picked up a little bit here. If you have any questions or anything, you can email me. It's on the top of my description. Thanks, Sharon. I'm glad you liked them. I just did the 2 today because they were a lot of die cutting, so I could have done a lot of that ahead of time, but I didn't. So it is what it is. So let me look at my calendar for next week. I am thinking, yeah, my calendar looks clear for next Wednesday, July 13th at 10 o'clock in the morning, Central Time. So I hope you'll be able to join me. And be sure you tell your friends, invite them to come join us. Like I say, the more the merrier. Be sure you like and share the video with your friends and family. And I'm hoping I can get it onto YouTube later today. It won't be right now because I've got an appointment I've got to get to. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. Y'all have a good rest of the week. Take care, stay healthy, and come back next Wednesday, 10 o'clock Central Time. I'll see you then. Thank you for being here. Bye.